We are back with another roster update prediction for you guys today. Now, first off, I want to apologize for the last roster update, not the Sunday one, or not the Sunday video, but the one before that. I thought they had the defensive attributes on the All-Star game. Unfortunately, they didn't do that. I don't know why. Talking to Ants, we do think it'll be on this Friday. So keep that in mind as we're going through a roster update, but I want to apologize for that one first off. With that being said, always remember these roster update videos that you are investing at your own risk. So hopefully y'all make a lot of studs, but sometimes it doesn't work out the way it does. I had Michael King last week. Unfortunately, Michael King fractured his right elbow. Some things are out of our control. Just keep that in mind as we're going through these guys too. Now, if there's anybody that I missed, please comment down below. I'll take a look at them for you guys and comment back to you. Make sure you guys are liking the video and make sure you guys subscribe as well. We're over 11K, so thank you guys very much. We're on to 12K, so thank you guys for all the love so far this year. But let's get right into these different players. Now, the first of 12 guys we were talking about today, and the first of 4 silvers we're talking about, is Taijuan Walker, a starting pitcher for the New York Mets. Now, one thing to keep in mind too, I should have mentioned the intro, we also lost about a half a week with this All-Star break, so keep that in mind as we're going through this too, because I think we lost like 3 or 4 days. So as always, keep that in mind. But the last 14 days for Taijuan Walker, 12 strikeouts, 3 walks, and a 163 average. Over the course of the year, he's got a 223 average against him. So the 163 is miles below what he has been doing. So hits per 9 should get a massive boost. Now, Ks per 9 should stay about the same. He's got 91 inning pitch and 73 strikeouts. Not huge numbers right there. But I do like the walk numbers get a little bit boosted right there too. But the biggest thing with Taijuan is the hits per 9 should get a massive boost here. I don't think he reaches gold yet, but a 79 is probably sitting right now for him. But we're just one off of a gold right there. Make some subs off him. Taijuan Walker, not very expensive either. The next player we're going to talk about is Leody Taveras, the center fielder for the Texas Rangers. Now, I think Leody was hurt in the beginning of the year. I think he just recently got healthy because he doesn't have a lot of at-bats this year. But what he's done since he's got into it, he's batting .432 over the last 14 days. He's got 1 home run, 8 doubles, 7 singles right there too. Now we split it up between righty and lefty. Against lefties, he's batting .538. That's with 13 at bats, 7 hits. He's got a home run and 3 doubles. So the power versus lefties should get a massive boost right here. Now if you go against righties, he's also batting .375, so not a slouch there either. He does have 5 doubles and 4 singles, so the power numbers right there will probably stay about the same. I can see the contact getting a nice little boost there too. Against lefties is the biggest thing that we'll see a really big boost with him. But the best thing about Leody is he's already a really good defender. Obviously, the accuracy is not very good right there, but he also is very fast too. So that already elevates him way up there. He doesn't need a lot to go gold. I like it, man. I think he'll go up to a 78, 79 right here. Let's hold on to him. Hopefully he gets to that gold, and then, you know, anything can happen from right there. But Leody Taveras, get him while you can because he's going to boost up here. I think I'd be remiss to not talk about Lourdes Gurriel Jr. The whole Toronto Blue Jays squad absolutely smashed the Red Sox. Sorry to all the Red Sox fans out there because, man, that was bad. But he absolutely was insane. Obviously, he's supercharged right now. He drove in 5 runs on 6 hits, but this isn't something out of the norm for him as of late. Over the last 14 days, he's batting .459. Against righties, he's batting .480. That's with 25 at-bats, too. He's got 2 doubles and 10 singles, so he's not really hitting a lot of power here, but the contact number should get a nice little boost right there. Now, against lefties is a big one, too. He's batting .417. Now, you guys see the contact versus lefties is pretty low right now, but he also has a double there too, which probably won't do too much for his lefty power. But the boost between the contact versus righties and the contact versus lefties should make this man a gold. He's been very good over the course of the year. I think he's been like .317 or something crazy like that too. Just not a lot of power from him yet. Maybe if he gets on a hot streak here again, obviously he's hitting the ball very well. Maybe get some more doubles and triples from him. Not necessarily home runs because that doesn't always go through power numbers either. But if we can get some nice doubles, some nice triples, extra base hits from him, man, I see the roof for him. He's been very good. The fielding isn't really up there either, so we're going to need a lot for those contact numbers to go up. But I do like a goal for Lourdes Gurriel, and hopefully he just keeps killing it for us. We're going to move over to Lourdes' teammate, Teoscar Hernandez, who obviously has been absolutely nuts here too. Over the last 14 days, a .361 average, and that's been very close between righties, and lefties. Starting out with righties, he's batting 360. He's got 3 home runs and 3 doubles, so the power numbers should get a nice little up creep right there. Now, against lefties, he's batting 364, so literally 4 points above what he's batting against righties. He does have a home run there too, and 3 singles. 11 at-bats, again, is a really small sample size, but the context should move up there. The power might go down a little bit, a tad bit, but I think with how he's been doing against righties, he'll definitely hit gold for us. Kind of a decent fielder there, so not like a really high ceiling for him, but I still like him going gold. He has been a diamond in the past too. I think it was a diamond last year, so there is something there, some precedent for him to go diamond, but as of right now, he's going to go gold, and hopefully he just keeps hitting. Now, I don't know if there's been anybody hotter in the AL pitching-wise than TRISTON McKenzie. He's been absolutely cooking in July. Over the last 14 days, a .174 batting average against. He's got 16 strikeouts, 5 walks over the last 28 days, 30 strikeouts, and 7 walks. I don't really like that the walk number is kind of a little bit high right there, but it's kind of on par with what he's done so far this year. But the biggest thing with him is that he's going to get a nice boost to the hits per 9. Playing up 10, obviously, it's not going to be what he's going to be getting right there, but up 10 makes it to an 84. He needs a lot to go diamond, especially in the strikeout category. He's got 101 innings pitched and only 96 strikeouts this year. So I wish I was up a little bit. The walks at 27 is a little bit high there too. So the hits per 9 could get a nice little boost. I don't see him going diamond, but he's a nice little investment for you guys to go up to like an 82, maybe an 83, just to get some stubs made off him. He's not like a huge boost right here. You don't need to put a lot of subs into him if you don't want to, but I wanted to make note of him because I think he's kind of an interesting guy to invest in. Our next goal we're going to talk about is Charlie Blackmon, the right fielder for the Colorado Rockies. Now, over the last 14 days for Charlie, he's batting 400. He's got 2 home runs, 2 triples, and 2 doubles. But the best thing about Charlie Blackmon here is against lefties. So against lefties, he's actually batting 500. So he has 18 at-bats against lefties, 6 singles, 2 doubles, and 1 triple, which should mean that his power numbers should get a nice little up creep right there. Probably like a 45, maybe a 46 if we're lucky. Obviously, the contact can get a nice little boost right there too. And then against righties, he's batting 318, which is not bad at all. 6 days probably where he'll probably stay. He does have 2 home runs and a triple, so we could get a nice little boost to the power numbers there too. Charlie Blackmon, again, I don't see him going diamond in the future. He's just kind of a nice little investment for us to go through. He's at an 80. I can see him go up to about, 81, 82, possibly an 83. So we're kind of just boosting on those tiers right there to make our stubs. He's an interesting guy. I don't think he goes diamond at all this year, but you never know. If he heats up, if he goes crazy, we might see something there. But I like Charlie Blackmon at 83. You can still make a decent amount of stubs off of that. Our next gold hitter we're going to talk about is a home run derby participant. We've got Corey Seager, the shortstop for the Texas Rangers. Now, Corey, over the last 14 days, has 5 home runs, which is a huge boost. I love that. He's also batting 342, so nothing too shabby right there either. Against righties, 360. He's got the 3 home runs and a triple right there, so we should see some nice number upcrease for that contact versus righties and the power versus righties as well. Now, against lefties, he is batting 308, which is not terrible. I think maybe it might get a little down crease of like a 65 or 64. Not a huge one right there, but he also has 2 home runs and he has a double and 13 at-bats there too. I think the power number should stay about the same. It maybe might get a little down crease too, just in case. You never know what they're going to do. Sometimes they do some crazy stuff. But the power versus righties and the contact versus righties get a nice boost there too. Corey Seager has been a diamond in the past as well. I think it was a little bit ago. But he's got decent fielding, not great fielding, so the hitting numbers have to be really high for him. Hopefully he stays on the streak right here. He's got a lot of home runs. I think he's got 22 home runs across the entire year so far. Let's just keep seeing those home run numbers from him, keeping the power numbers up, and maybe we see a diamond in the future. Not right now, but 82, 83. I really like him, investing in him. We have our first reliever we're actually talking about, or closing pitcher, I should say. We got Jason Adam of the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, don't be alarmed that he's playing down 12. Inside edge can be some crazy stuff, because what he's done over the past 14, screw it. Let's go the last 28 days for Jason Adam. A 219 average, 14 strikeouts, 0 walks. The last 14 days, a 167 average, 8 strikeouts, 0 walks. Last 7 days, a 143 average and 2 strikeouts as well. So Jason Adam has been amazing this year. 38 innings pitched, 46 strikeouts, only 8 walks. Now the walk number is really, really low right now. I think in the beginning of the year he kind of had a lot of walks, but as of lately, in the last 8.2 innings pitched, no walks, 14 strikeouts. We love to see that. She'll get a nice boost, honestly, to hits per 9, Ks per 9, walks per 9. Should see some really nice boost right there. He's at an 81 right now. I see about an 83. If he can continue to do what he's done the entire year, we might see a diamond in the future. One of our only diamonds that we've seen for our closing / relief pitchers. So JSM, nice little one right here, should help you guys make some stubs. We have our home run derby winner Juan Soto as our next card. Now, if you guys remember anything about Juan Soto, last year in the second half, he was absolutely bananas. I think he had one of the best second halves ever in MLB history. Let's invest in that right now. He's been doing very good over the last 2 weeks as well, but let's invest in the fact that we've seen him do it before. Let's see him do it again. So over the last 14 days, a 355 average. Now let's break that down between lefties and righties. Now against righties, he's only batting 286, so keep that in mind too. He does have 3 home runs there too, which should keep his power numbers about the same. You might see a little decrease in the contact versus righties, but it shouldn't be huge there. Now against lefties, this is the biggest thing with him too. It's only 10 at-bats. I know it's a really small sample size, but it doesn't seem he has a lot this year against lefties either. He is batting 500, and within those, he's got a home run, a double, and 3 singles. So we could see some nice little increases there, the contact versus lefties and the power versus lefties there too, with the home run and the double. The biggest thing he needs to do is start hitting against lefties. That's what he struggled with the entire year this year. We know he can get hot, and if he gets hot, man, his ceiling is so high. I think he's been at a 90 in the past. I don't know if he reaches that or not, but his fielding is a lot better this year too compared to what it has been in years past. So we could maybe see that, I like Juan Soto. He's about 2,000 stubs right now too, so people are investing in him because I think they think we're about to see the same thing. So it's kind of a high risk but high reward investment for him. So keep that in mind as you guys are looking at him, but I really love Juan Soto. Our third to last player right here will be Austin Riley, the third baseman for the Braves. Now, going into the All-Star break, I don't know if there's anybody hotter than him. Over the last 14 days, a 381 average and also 6 home runs. I'm pretty sure he was among the league leaders in home runs for the NL at least, so it's really cool to see that. And it's really nice that he actually got in the All-Star game too. So shout out to Austin Riley. But against the righties, he's batting 343. He's got 4 home runs and 2 doubles, so power number should be really good right there, and the contact number should continue to increase. 343, that should be way above the 66. And he's been doing that for a good amount of the year too. Against lefties, which this is what I love about Austin Riley. For the longest time, he struggled against lefties, but this year absolutely smashing the ball. Again, very small sample size with 7 at-bats, but he is 4 for 7. He's got 2 singles and 2 home runs, so a 571 average. Still could see some nice increases to that too. He might be a person too that could get some nice defensive attribute upgrades. Now, I think he's got a fielding percentage around 970, which to me, I don't really know how to gauge fielding with this. I don't really know what they go off of, so I wouldn't invest in the defensive attribute upgrades, but keep that in mind that this will be a factor in this. It should be a factor in this roster update. But I really like Austin Riley. Either way, he's going to go diamond. It doesn't matter with the fielding attribute upgrades. But I really like Austin Riley, and he has a giant chance to go diamond with this roster update. Now, our last 2 players are both closing pitchers, ironically both in the AL Central as well. The first one, Emmanuel CLASE. If you guys saw him in the All-Star game, 3 strikeouts, absolute bananas. I know they don't count that towards the roster update, but I haven't really seen him pitch at all this year. That's the first time I've actually been able to see him pitch live, and it was absolutely disgusting. That cutter is amazing, and this is a big reason why Emmanuel CLASE is going to go diamond this roster update as well. Over the last 14 days, a 0 batting average against him, 2 strikeouts. Now, that is in only 3 innings pitched, so not a huge sample size. Let's go over the last 28 days and 8 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks right there. So nothing too shabby either. He doesn't give up a lot of hits. He's got 167 total and 103 over the last 28 days. So he's getting a massive boost to hits per 9. Ks per 9, about the same right there. He's got 41 strikeouts and 30 innings pitched. It doesn't seem like he strikes out a lot of guys for some reason, but in the All-Star game he did. I don't know what's going on there, but you never know what's going on with these guys. The walks per 9 should stay about the same there too. He doesn't really need a lot to go diamond either. If you guys see a +9 makes him an 89. What, give him a +3, a +2. He's at an 85. His price is up there a lot already though too. He is at a 2,300 buy now. So people are investing in him because they think that he's going to go diamond because he should. You can still make a nice little flip off that too. So Emmanuel CLASE, our third potential diamond this roster update. And the last player we're going to talk about is Liam Hendriks, the closing pitcher for the White Sox. Pretty similar to CLASE as well. Last 28 days, 8 strikeouts, 0 walks. Last 14 days, 3 strikeouts and 0 walks. Over the course of the year, he's got a 188 batting average. Hasn't given up a hit in the last 28 days, which is really crazy to think about. I think he really struggled in the beginning with walks, but, you know, he's been very good since then. Small sample size with only 5 innings pitched in the last 28 days. I think he was hurt at some point, too, so that might be a reason why there, too. But Liam Hendriks has been very good this year overall, either way. He's healthy again. Obviously, he was in the All-Star game, so we got to see him there, too. I like him a lot. I think he gets a nice little boost. Give him, like, you know, 3 or 4 innings pitched this week without giving up a hit. Get a massive amount of strikeouts and no walks. Guaranteed diamond. I really like him still, but Liam Hendriks, I think, is at, let's see what he's at. He's at below below 2,000 right now. So if you guys invest in him right now and he goes diamond, you can make about 1,000 subs off of him. So that's up to you guys. You guys want to do it. Hopefully he stays healthy, and we see some really big things from Liam. So there is another roster update prediction video for you guys. Hopefully you guys are going to make a lot of stubs here. I'll be invested with you guys, so let's make a lot of stubs. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.